Hello everyone and welcome to Ict Today. Without doubt, technology is the propellant of the 21st century, and virtually every facet of our society is embracing artificial intelligence in solving problems. We have one of the youngest CEOs in tech world who has developed many apps and currently working on a health app to solve many of our health challenges. My name is Abeokuta and you are watching Ict Today. Our guest today is one of the youngest CEOs in the tech world. He has a coat of many colors. He has developed several apps, among which are Abeokuta and Bridge app. He's a public speaker, he's a programmer, and he's a coder. Join me as I welcome Joshua AGBOOLA, CEO of Josh for Tech. Joshua, you're welcome to the program.
I am Joshua AGBOOLA. I am a programmer. I love coding, literally. I love finding solutions to problems and solving humanity's problems. So I'm really grateful, and I'm here to share my own ideas and my own thoughts. So coding is basically typing code and into a system and brings out something. But programming deals with analyzing data. We have data scientists, we have data analysts, we have people that are necessarily programmers. There's something that we have to say, it's called all programmers are coders, but not all coders are programmers. Programmers deal with they spend lots of months to even do technical writing, things that come with the steps of programming, not just get on your computer and code. We have coders, but coders are not necessarily problem solvers. They are coders. Programmers, they spend lots of months typing out and figuring out the solutions to the problems. They use design thinking, which produce the idea, and then they port it to code. So all programmers are coders, but not all coders are programmers. Okay, so Abeokuta is like an homeschooling, meaning like it's like an educational platform. So how I brought up that idea was, a few years ago I went to a visually impaired school, and the school had people that couldn't, they had to be reciting out to them, and there was somebody that was just coming out and they'll be typing it fast. That taught me, okay, isn't there a better way to educate people that are visually impaired? And that's how I started thinking, and I came up with Abeokuta. I was working on a voice assistant app a long time ago. So when I found out, okay, what I can really do during the hackathon, I produced the app. I ported my voice assistant app so it could bring out educational content. And that's how I was able to create Abeokuta. I spent a few weeks on it and I sent it to the hackathon, and then thanks to God I won first place. So now we're developing the app.
Okay, that's about the Abeokuta.
Yes.
Then what about the health app, the Bridge app?
So the Bridge app that I'm still working on, the idea was brought up when my auntie, she passed away due to breast cancer, and that was because of the late diagnosis of the disease a few years ago. It really helped me, and I thought, okay, isn't there a way for people to find out, okay, if they have this, or to find out, okay, quick remedies to health problems without really going to the doctor, and then when they can so that they can prevent having or getting those diseases. I feel it's a commendation, not a condemnation. I feel it's prophesying to my future that in being a big tech CEO. So I don't feel any pressure being called the young CEO. I love drawing a lot. I play the piano regularly. I started playing piano when I was 6. And it was even the piano that even brought me to this program and stuff. And that's what even enabled me to learn how to hold an audience, because I had to play before audiences. So I love playing the piano a lot. I love drawing. I love playing games.
Okay, that's what you do. You program, you code, and you have to explore what you've done. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I built that website. We talked with the principal of the school, and I spent like 5 months developing the website. I was just like trying to explore, okay, with my skill, I've been learning programming for a few months now. So how can I use this to do something else that will impact people, something that can impact someone? So I went on the project to develop the school. I spent lots of time in my day. I was having sleep. Sometimes I wake up by 3 a.m. The same way I developed Kaguka and the Big Doctor. I spent a lot of time on it. I was just there. So when I created that program, we sent it to the school principal to see if she would like it. And she said, okay, wow, this is a nice project. And you might ask, we didn't ask to be paid because it was more about the skill, not the benefit. So I created the website, and she saw it. She said she was impressed, and that's what helped me to even create more and develop my skills. Because no practice makes perfect.
Okay, so that first practice actually brought so many other openings to you. That's brilliant.
A person that inspired me to even get to this tech space, and the person that I always look up to is Bill Gates, because I see how somebody can innovate. By the way, Bill Gates was an introvert, and there are a lot of books I read on how big people are able to succeed, and I dream about my own finance company. That's why I read a lot of books on finance. Like there was this book called Cash Flow Contracts. I'm currently reading it. It talks about how people in the other side of the spectrum, how people plan their own retirement, how to save and how to build your income. And I have a huge interest in finance. I have a huge interest in investing. I dream to be a big investor in the next 10 years. I also dream to have other tech companies, fintech companies like I dream of having my own bank. I have very big dreams, but hopefully in the future I'll be able to achieve them. That's a big question. So when I wanted to go to secondary school, because of this, my ICT training, the amount of time I would have to spend with. We had to communicate with the school to tell them, okay, this is my program, and this. So they helped prepare some things forward for me. There was a lot of work to be done since I had to get it. Even with my tech, I had to make a balance, because there's always a balance. There are 3 sides of the spectrum. There's the left side of the brain, there's the right side of the brain, and we must always use an encompassator. So apart from learning my tech skills, which was important, I also had to go through my schools and learn the basic skills I needed. So we had to find a way to balance it.
So you have a structured agreement with the school that creates room for you to go to school and as well come for the training, ICT training, and room for practice.
Yes, sir.
Good.
What I have to say is that programming is the future. Right now, our economy is powered by technology. This camera right there that is using to video me, it's technology. Where the satellite that they are using to transfer information to the server that puts it to the TV is technology. And in the future, the world will be powered more by technology, and technology will be the world's skill. So I think I would advise people to go into technology to learn how to use technology, because in the future we have to make most use of technology in the future. Naturally, people might not think I'm shy, but I am a little bit shy. I'm even more shy than most people think I am. When I get on the stage, I start to breathe heavily. But I always make sure that no one knows, because shyness is a part of the human system. It helps us control things called panic attacks. The movement of that, there's a chemical in our brains called adrenaline, which powers possum, which powers nervousness, and everything that deals with nervousness. And every human is relatively shy. And so what I do is that I think as all the audiences as my friends, everybody I'm talking to as my friend. Even when coming into this place, I was shy to meet new people that I've never met before. So I was because I watched a video on this guy is wild fit. It's like a public speaking program. By its Mind Valley Talks. So this guy is a public speaker. He talks on how to manage your health. And he was talking about how to help yourself from not having that kind of nervousness that comes to you. And one thing I follow the most is to make sure that you don't let the nervousness show. You go on the stage and you feel everybody's at your friend, be free and have fun. I would say that everybody is a genius. We're all born geniuses and we all have our own skills. I don't think you can, anybody sincerely is a genius like that. Everybody is a genius. And all I did was just to build my skill. Okay. And you're unleashing the talent that you have in you. Everybody has a talent, where it be tech, where it be drawing, where it be talking. Everybody has a skill. All you just need to do is to bring out that skill out of you. And that's what my parents did, and I'm very grateful.
It's been an awesome time with Joshua Agboola, CEO Josh for Tech, and you heard it all. He has talked about programming, he has talked about coding, he has spoken about his stage public speaking, and I can't but say that we have a genius here. If you have anyone or a child that is as brilliant as Joshua, it's better you discover such talent on time and empower him. This is ICT Today. That's our offering for today. A quick reminder that you can connect with us on all our social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the bell icon to receive notification on new updates. You can also watch us live by downloading our mobile app from App Store and Google Play Store. Until next time when I return with another episode, if it is digital, it's part of ICT.